you sure you're recording this time?
I was sure last time. It got corrupted last time. But I'm looking at the wave. It's just like last time. I'm looking at the waves. They're waving. The waves are waving.
Is it on GarageBand?
Yeah.
Okay, so just so y'all know, back Christmas Eve or 2 days before Christmas Eve, we did a whole advisory, recorded it for an hour and a half, and Caldwell to the queue. His file got corrupted and we lost a whole episode of Rabbit. And I will say, it was a really good one. We were really gelling, we were grooving, we were living our best lives, and you fucked it up. What do you have to say for yourself?
You know, I was really upset when it happened because we had to reschedule a lot of times, and we also had some great conversations. We were talking about the holidays. It was
great. It was such a good one, Bob. Can you uncorrupt the files?
I don't know how to do it. I really wish I could.
Honestly, you know what? They should just release my half of the conversation, and you could just you listen to me and you just try to record it again.
You know the fans are gonna want that. You know the fans are gonna be like, release Monet's half. You know the patrons are gonna be like, do it.
A few weeks ago, Jacob asked me, and I forgot to send it to him, as I often do. Which I still have the footage of me moving to LA and like the whole surprise thing that we supposed to put together for our Patreon.
Did we never post that?
Asked me, no, I never posted it. And then Jacob asked me for the footages of the infamous "I'm Gonna Walk Home" episode when you were really mad. I'll never forget. I wish. Well, that part is definitely not on camera, but that shit was so funny. Jacob was like, "I'm gonna call the car," and Bob just looks at me and Jacob in a serious face, pensive. "I'm gonna walk home."
I think like, I feel like I told Jacob I was gonna walk. I said I was gonna walk, but I don't think I was like. I don't think I like looked over my shoulder in a moment of drama and said I'll walk. I think I probably said I think I want to walk. I think I need to walk home.
No, you fully became Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. You had scars and a smile. You were like, "I'm gonna walk."
Oh my God.
Do you know that in the Dark Knight he was licking, so it became like a tick he did in the role because his prosthetic, because he was talking so much.
I know, because the prosthetics were falling off. We all have TikTok. Monet. we're all on DC Comics TikTok, Mom.
Okay, I will say you look very cute with this little hat and mustache, and I was like, okay, she looking real cute. Okay,
Monet cannot give me the way that compliment was this close to being backhanded. The way it was this you were like, you look so cute with that mustache, and I don't. And then you stopped yourself. You're like, and I don't. You look great.
I was gonna say I don't give out compliments often to you, and
yeah,
I have to say you. Literally, and I was just saying that to be siblingy, but I literally am half my fucking life is talking about how great you are. So fuck off.
And it should be 3/4. And it should be 3/4.
You look very cute with your mustache. I think you should keep this for drag. You should become a half-bearded queen. You should become a mustache queen.
You know, I don't see it for me. This mustache is going away because tomorrow I'm doing a wedding. And next time you all see me, this is the end of the Bob with hair on his head journey. There was like the mustache, the beard, the hair, the eyebrows never came into play. This is so if you are ever wondering, this is what my eyebrows, whenever I say I don't have eyebrows, this is what I mean. So I do have, this is me. This is a couple of months without shaving my brows. So
really, this has been this way since you've been a child.
Yep. My whole life.
There wasn't like a time where it just fell away. This is always you.
These have always been my brows. So whenever people ask what it'd be like if I didn't shave my brows, I have not shaved my eyebrows since November 3rd when I got my throat surgery. And it is
Someone said, did you see one of the comments? They said, "What happened to Bob's new voice?"
What's wrong with my voice?
Nothing. You sound great. Oh God.
Both of them meant like they thought my voice went back to being bad again.
Not bad. I think. Also, when you first came out of your surgery, you were talking like this, Bob. You always spoke like this. You were like Bob Ross, and you were like,
yeah. Well, I was afraid to hurt my voice, so when I would speak on the podcast, I would talk like this. And I probably should continue talking like this, and it's probably better for my voice. But the more that I like settled into myself, that's hard to maintain. That's really hard.
well, people make fun of opera singers. A lot of opera singers, they talk like this, and they're like, yes, and today. That's because they speak like that's like okay, that's not how you're supposed to speak, but speaking that way is the healthiest for your voice. We're speaking up and lifted, and speaking with your soft paddle lifted and your throat open. That's the healthiest way to speak. Do a lot of people speak like that? No, because everyone you want to talk like how you talk.
Yeah.
But speaking that way is the best and the healthiest way for your cords.
But when I do hear
Your
myself going back into that voice, I'm like, oh my God, don't talk like. But I can try. Sometimes I try. I every once in a while I try to bring it up and just kind of like do myself a favor by not ruining my vocal cords. Do you want to acknowledge that the patrons that you have it?
Do you want to acknowledge that you emotionally manipulated everyone? Bob, you are the Donald Trump of our Patreon. First of all, so Bob posts a poll to Patreon, and then a minute later he posts this sappy picture of with a whole little speech of him with his chip tooth on some.
First of all, I didn't post.
And everyone in the comments were like, "Oh, Bob, we feel so bad for you. You look cute. Don't let Monet make you feel bad." Oh, Bob, I was like, it's the sympathy votes for me.
I will say this: I did not post the poll. I did post the
you and your boyfriend, you and Jacob, your little sneaky selves.
Again, Jacob and I are not one. You and Andy aren't one. You and Andy don't drive a party bus. Andy drives a party bus. Okay. So Jacob posted the poll, and I want to point out that the poll was very close to 50-50. I was always slightly ahead of you, always, but it was very close to 50-50 the whole time. But I was always a few, maybe like a dozen votes ahead of you. And then I just wanted to thank everyone who was standing by me because you're during these hard times. So I posted a comment. It said Chippy here.
Oh my God, you are such a manipulator.
And I just wanted to thank the people who were standing by me in this difficult time.
Bob, you are the most ridiculous. Someone tagged us on Twitter today, and they were like, honestly, being part of the Sibling Rivalry Patreon is the best money I spent. These two are so stupid, and they posted like a screenshot of the thing because our Patreon is wild. You are the Donald Trump of our Patreon. I am just little old Liz Warren. I'm just over here being Pocahontas, living my life, and Bob is just over here being crazy.
Okay, well, that was problematic. I
am chocolate. I'm Mocha, not Pocahontas. I was Donald Trump insinuated that Liz Warren.
But I was just thinking, folks, because you're a little. Cause here's the thing: the people who like with me on my, we were very calm, demure. Your fans are like, "See, Bob ain't shit. Bob is a dumb bitch. I told y'all, Bob is a gaslighting this bitch." Honestly, I don't know how Monet even does this podcast. Monet, move on with your life, Monet. You don't need people like Bob in your life. Honestly, realistically, I can't listen to the podcast anymore because of Bob. It's getting too wild. It's actually bad for my mental health. And my fans were kind of like, "Ooh, girl, this is..." So we were like playing it cool. But then when that poll had dropped...
Boy, please, I can't. And then I go into poll and I see that you and Jacob have voted for your name.
No. Jacob voted for neither of us. And then I voted for me. That was not Jacob. Now, just so you know, you can also vote. You can vote for all three of them. So you have access. You could have voted anytime you wanted to.
Because on the master account, I'm going to not be shady and vote for Jacob. Was at least trying to be diplomatic, and here comes old Bob Trump gonna vote for himself.
Okay, just so you know, every presidential candidate votes. They all do. And they all vote for themselves. That's not shady. You have the opportunity. You can still vote. To this moment, you can still go in there and vote. Still.
And and each time you vote for yourself on the master account, it counts as 100 votes. I had heard that.
You better shut the hell up. That's not true.
It's anyway, not true.
With that being said, oh wait, also, I'm not there. Does Jacob have a microphone set up for himself? Because the fans have been like, "Oh my God, Jacob has a microphone. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah."
Jacob does not have a microphone, but what we can.
I mean, I have this microphone on purpose.
Oh, it sounds good.
Yeah, because I realized what you could do, Jacob, is you could just. I just realized this. Actually, we'll talk about it later. This is probably boring. They don't want to hear this.
Subtitles.
This microphone talk. Yeah. So we're back with Advicery.
Are you going to comment
Monet,
on my tattoo? You going to ask about my tattoo?
Oh, sorry. We talked about it before, so I forgot that we hadn't talked about it because Monet and I, we get online or on this thing, we talk, and we forget what we were even talking about before and after. So Monet went to Atlanta, my hometown. Probably didn't even call my mom. Did you call my mom?
I forgot.
Monet, I have literally never gone to St. Lucia and not called your mom.
Shut the fuck up.
I have never gone to St. Lucia and not let your mom know. That is so shady.
Jacob. Work. I mean, what about you, Bob? Last time when you were in Atlanta, did you visit your mom? Did you go say hi to her?
I talked to my mother on the phone every single day.
But did you visit her when you went to Atlanta the last time you went?
I'm going to tell you what happened. I did not visit her in person because I was afraid with Omicron going around. I had to go to the studio every day. So instead, what I did was I talked to my mom on the phone every night. We watched Drag Race together on Facebook Live. Oh, also, let me tell you what my mom did. So we watched Drag Race together on Facebook Messenger. And she goes, Chris, how can your aunt watch? How can you make a video with all three of us? So I made a Facebook room with me, my mom, my aunt. And then my mom just turned the phone around and started filming the TV. And my aunt watched Drag Race, the first episode, through the TV, through Messenger. I was like, this is so country. My aunt Lisa, I was like, this is the countryest mess. So now I was not able to see my mom in person because my mom is at risk. So I didn't go over to her house, but we did speak every single day when I was there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really bad at that. I mean, you know this. I talk to my mom like every 2 weeks, and she's very annoyed by that. I'm very bad at calling family.
Can you also please let everyone know why we're back to doing Advicery?
Oh yeah, so we're back to the Advicery because doing Pit Stop and doing Watchery is too much. It's too much. I cannot handle doing both, Bob. I can't handle doing both. It's too much. It's too much.
You know what?
So I'm just gonna do.
That's her story. She's sticking to it. It was too much.
Oh my God, Bob! Do not please stop the extra ridiculousness.
Now, I want to point out that now a lot of fans online are starting to wonder why RuPaul unfollowed you. Do you have?
Okay, and let's also set that straight. Okay, y'all, this podcast, we joke around and say dumb shit. Bob started that last episode, and everyone's like, oh my God, I want to know what Monet did. RuPaul never followed me. It was just a stupid joke. RuPaul, I don't know who, I don't know RuPaul has never followed me. Does RuPaul follow you?
No, RuPaul doesn't follow any of the girls. RuPaul doesn't follow
anybody, right?
Any of us, girl. No, RuPaul doesn't follow us.
Bob, the amount of between Instagram and Twitter, they're like, "Oh my God, what happened?" I'm like, RuPaul never followed me. He never followed me. It was a joke.
That shit tickled me so big. Everyone could be like, "Oh my God," because they were all going to check. They're like, "Wow, RuPaul really doesn't follow Monet anymore."
You are, Bob. You are the biggest shit stirrer and fire starter. You are such a shit stirrer.
They said, "Wow, RuPaul really unfollowed Monet. What's going on? What's happening?" I was like, "Y'all are wild." I was kidding. I thought it was clear that I was kidding.
I thought it was too, but apparently it wasn't. Also, so here's my tattoo.
Oh yeah, so it's a koi fish. You said I need to Google what a koi fish is.
It's a koi fish and a dragonfly and like a stream. It's really pretty. Maya Bailey.
Is it just like a shy little fish, like a little koi fish?
No, koi fish. Because I'm a Pisces, so I have this space left. So I'm gonna do probably another one here because Pisces, fish, etc.
I didn't know you were so into zodiac. I didn't know you was like that.
I'm really not. Bob, you know me. After my second tattoo, I've said many times they don't have meaning. He just asked. I literally went to him with no concept. He was like, "So what you thinking today?" I was like, I don't know. He was like, anything. I was like, maybe a fish. He's like, okay, I can do a fish. Koi fish. I was like, oh yeah, I love koi fish. They're really pretty. Like apples. I love koi fish like I love apples. So and he just sketches it freehand. Bob, you need to go get a tattoo from Maya. You will love him.
Okay.
Maya is so great.
I'm not avoiding Maya. So we are back to doing advisory. So just so you all know, we are doing a peaceful transition of power. We will be releasing Hers First Impressions on my page, but we will be releasing it early on the Sibling Rivalry Patreon in full, and then we'll be releasing an edited down version. My first guest is going to be Miss Heidi in Closet, and I'll be getting and I'll be getting guests as I go. So as you heard, Monet cannot handle doing
it's too much.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's too much. It's too much.
So I can't. Let's give some advice.
Let's get into advice.
And as a reminder to you all, before we get into this, I want to remind you all that Monet and I are not experts in relationships. We're not experts in health, fitness, love. We are just professional drag queens who are very funny and who are good friends with each other. So take all of this advice with a grain of salt. This is advice you certainly should not be taking. All right, what's our first audio?
It's an audio one. Jacob's gonna play it. Here we go.
Hi, Bob and Monet. I am Braxton, a Patreon subscriber from Michigan. And I just want to know, how do you deal with self-discipline, self-control, and just holding yourself accountable in general? Because I don't know if it's my ADHD or my Gemini moon just wreaking havoc, but I just cannot seem to stick to any goals or plans or just anything really. So do you have any advice?
Work. Woo! You want to take this one first?
Yeah, I'll get started. So I have things that I like to celebrate my victories. I'm really into celebrating my victories, the things I nailed, the things I'm good at. I celebrate that, and we're all going to fall short of our goals sometime. Honestly, just don't beat yourself up over it. Like, it's okay. It's fine. You didn't, reach that one goal, baby. It's gonna be okay. There are times where I was like in this little fitness moment. I was like, I'm about to be so fit, the children are gonna gag, and I was really nailing it. And then my focus shifted, and I started doing all this career oriented stuff. And then I let my physical fitness slide away. And sometimes, sometimes we're like Monet. We can't do pit stop and I can't do fitness and my career at the same time. But I'm celebrating what I'm doing right now. I'm celebrating my accomplishments in my career, and then I'll pick back up with the fitness stuff when I can, or relationship stuff, or hobbies, or interests, or learning a language. I'll just pick them up when I can. Just celebrate what you're good at, in my opinion, and just try to give yourself the discipline that you think is appropriate.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I agree with all Bob said. And also, I think because the two of us are self-employed small businesses, like we are, like we staying motivated for me is half the battle. Like getting shit done I need to do is such a struggle sometimes because it really is all falls to you. Like you don't have a boss telling you, hey, if you don't do this thing, you're gonna get fired. You have to stay motivated a lot. And I have a lot of trouble with that. So like Bob said, I give myself small tasks to do throughout the week. Like for example, this is a big one. I've been trying to get a storage unit here in LA because drag, no matter how much space you have, drag just keeps on fucking multiplying. It just keeps on taking up your life. And it's like, what am I going to do? So for like literally 2 weeks, I've been trying to, I'm really being very gracious. For like 2 months, I've been trying to get a storage unit.
That was really, for like a couple of hours now. It's been fully since 2004.
So this weekend, I was like, you know what? Stop the bullshit. I'm going to set small goals. So on Monday, I got the space. On Wednesday, I started bringing a piece here and piece there. And now I'm like almost 3/4 of the way through. Like I started just bringing things gradually as opposed to like, because initially I was like, I'm gonna get the storage unit and move everything in there and get a rack and set it up. I was like, no, just set small little benchmarks, small little goals to get it done. And it may take you longer, but I feel like that when you see things start to get a little clearer and a little neater in my situation, you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel where just thinking about the big picture and trying to get the big picture done immediately can be very overwhelming and to me stop me from completing the task. So I think just set small little goals and small benchmarks for yourself to help yourself get motivated and stay motivated.
I agree. That is very good. Also, Monet, part of me wants to venture on this idea with you, but part of me is like, it's so unnecessary. But the other part of my head is like, if we do this, I think our productivity will go up so much.
What?
I'm thinking to myself, like, if you and I got a brick and mortar, like if you and I got a space that was like a storefront that was like, brick and mortar is like a building, a storefront. That had like a podcasting studio, some storage, some dressing rooms, and even like a small little merchandise store in the front. Like, and we went into the office every day. Like, would my productivity be like through the fucking roof? Would I resent it? Would I never go? Like, what would that even look like? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but I'm saying for what I'm paying for the storage unit, bitch, I should be putting it towards a storefront as opposed to just a place to store my shit.
What are you paying? Type it in the Facebook chat. What are you paying?
We can just bleep it out. I'm paying a month.
Oh my God, how big is it?
It's 12 by 12.
Oh my God, girl. Okay, my storage, I'm not afraid to say mine. Mine is like $300 and it is massive. It's huge. It's in Burbank. Where you renting?
Oh, see, mine is
Beverly
right by me.
Hills?
Mine is right by me.
Oh no, girl. I'm in Burbank. Take your shit to Burbank. Take your shit out to fucking Burbank, girl.
Maybe we'll see. But I think maybe getting a storefront will be great, so we can have our podcasting set up and also a place to put all of our shit. But the thing is, I don't want to, because you're gonna start stealing my stuff.
Bitch, I don't want your fucking shit. I do not want your drag. I
will look at a video. You go have a little Monet outfit on. I'll be like, oh.
Last thing I want is a leotard that's all loose in the booty, sagging off the ass. One time I wore Monet's leotard in Paris.
Work the world,
bitch. The way that shit was sagging what it should have been a wagon. I was like, this is wild.
Yeah, so for you, my dear friend, I'd say setting small benchmarks, small goals that you can accomplish that will make the big one small and small and small, and that will. So whether that's dieting, maybe if your motivation is to go to the gym and you're like, that seems crazy, maybe you can download a thing to start doing small workouts at home. And then when you start getting comfortable with those, you're like, oh, I can do more. I can run. I can, like, setting small things to help you get to the bigger picture, I think is always.
Do you think you and I should get a little storefront? I mean, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, what would be the benefit? Why should we do it? Would it be worth it? You know what I mean?
I think it can, kind of like Willems. We can have a place where we can have a full, like,
a studio, like a YouTube studio and everything.
Yeah, honestly.
We'll think about it.
We can both use it. Yeah, we'll think about it. Okay, yeah. Next.
But I also spent all this fucking money for the studio you're fucking sitting in.
Just move it. You can just move it over there.
And then you'll pay for half of it.
Oh, none of the hell I won't.
Then we will not be moving anything. We'll be buying new stuff. Play the next clip.
Okay, hold up.
Bob, what advice you got for the school kids like me that took AP classes in high school like it was their whole personality?
Oh, I think this is because I tweeted out a while back that I was like, people who took AP in high school really made it their whole... Really? It was like, they really made that their like, it was... You know how AP folks were.
My school didn't have AP, bitch. I went to art school. We didn't have AP classes.
No?
Advanced placement? No, we did not. I mean, well, okay, maybe we did. The people I hung out with were not in AP class. So my friends was in AP classes.
If you live outside of America, I don't know if what they call it in other places, but it's called AP is advanced placement. They're basically college courses for high school kids. You can also apply them toward college credit. Sometimes yes, sometimes not. But they're just really, really hard classes for high school kids to take. And I was like, the people who were in it were like, the people in high school who had AP classes act like the way people with air fryers act today. You know the way people with air fryers act? There's a clip online that was this woman, and it was like, POV, you don't own an air fryer? You're talking to someone with an air fryer? She was like, does someone who doesn't own an air fryer just speak to me?
I will say, I love my air fryer. It's great. I can make crispy, tender salmon in like 10 minutes. The same with, I just made some chicken fries in my air fryer. Some chicken thighs in my air fryer the other day. They were delicious.
I've never tried an air fryer, but people who have them really, they do not be joking around. I did in college have an Express 101. This was one of the best. I stand by this. The Express 101 is one of the best like kitchen appliances that's ever been sold anywhere. It is
the George
brilliant.
Foreman grill bitch would like to have a word with you.
You know what? I'm going to do it. Jacob, we're going to order an Express 101. We're going to do a YouTube video bringing back the Express 101. This thing was, if I cook an Express 101, will you come over and try the food I'm making?
For the 49th time, bitch, my name is not Monet. My name is Monet. Please.
Oh I have an accent. Monet.
When you want.
Oh my God.
So AP classes. How can he distinguish himself from his AP class?
I don't know. I feel like you're just being sassy, but Mary, it was high school. I was talking to someone the other day online, and they were like, it was someone from like, maybe I can't remember this was, but someone was like, "You've changed," and it was someone I knew my freshman year of college. I was like, "Bitch, I am 35. When you met me, I was an 18-year-old alcoholic failing out of college." Yes, I've changed. Yes, I should hope that the person you're talking to now is not. If anyone, don't be proud of being the same you were when you were 18. If you're in your mid 30s, that is not. Don't be like, yeah, I've been the same the whole time. Bitch, grow up.
Damn. Not bitch, grow up. Bitch, I'm busy. That's a really good Priyanka song. Bitch, I'm busy is a good song.
Honestly, Priyanka really, the way her whole reign was immaculate. I mean, it was fucking immaculate. The videos, the costumes, the photo shoots, the step down look.
Yeah.
The video to go with the step down look, the humor, great. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, she's good.
Really fucking did it. Yeah.
All right, shall we go to the next? Jacob's the next one audio, is it? Oh, there's one more. Here we go. Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Audio question. All right, here we go.
Hi, Bob and Monet. So you two are very confident people. So I'm just wondering if you have ever faced imposter syndrome. And if you did, how did you all deal with it? Thank you.
I want to read the definition of imposter syndrome for myself and also anyone else who doesn't know the exact. Like, I kind of think I know what it is. Imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. Work.
There's also a really great restaurant in LA called Impasta, and it's a vegan pasta place, and it's so good. It is so good.
I went to a place called Crossroads in West Hollywood with all vegan food. Again, really good. LA really has some good vegan stuff.
The other day, I thought I ordered Jacob some vegan food, and I fully fed him. I fully fed him chicken.
Jacob ate chicken. You fed Jacob chicken?
On
Jacob,
accident.
what happened?
He told me it was vegan.
And so, did it upset your stomach? Did you throw up?
No, I didn't realize until I went to order. I was like, this is really good, vegan chicken. I went to order from the same place, and it was fully not vegan.
But also, there's no defense, and I apologize profusely. I went to the website, and the first thing on the website was this one dish, and it was like vegan meats, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! It's vegan." I was like, I think it was vegan. And then I offered it. I double checked. I went to the website, and it was the first thing it says is plant-based option, plant-based whatever. And then, but also, but Jacob's taking it in stride, and Jacob will, I will say Jacob will. I don't know if Jacob wants me to say this on the podcast or not, but Jacob has unveganed for or unvegged for my families when he goes back to Atlanta, because my family won't cook. They will not. I don't think my family gets what vegan or vegetarian. Like, they don't get it. Like they'll be like, "Oh, Jacob's vegan." They'll be like, "Oh, so you'll eat chicken, right?"
I was trying to explain that to Andy about, because Andy's sober. And I'm like, so if you're West Indian, y'all know this. West Indians, like, alcohol and drinking is just so much a part of the culture. Like, you go to people's house and you are offered a drink. Like, it's baked into the culture.
Can I
Like,
just say that no matter where you go in the world, someone there goes, oh, in Ireland, we drink. Oh, baby, in Wisconsin, we drink, honey.
Oh, it's not that.
In Brooklyn, we drink, baby.
No, it's not that. So I told Andy, so when you meets my family in St. Lucia, like, I told him, like, the first day, my mom is going to be very confused because she's going to offer you a drink. You can say, no, I'm sober. She's going to be like, what is that? Like, but like, after like the first day or two, then she'll become protective about it. Because again, family's going to come over, they're going to offer him a drink. And I'm telling you, it's exactly how it's going to play out. And then she's going to be like, oh no, he doesn't drink. And then she'll start to be like, very like mama bear, like, don't offer him any alcohol. He don't drink. But
I'm sober, so you'll have wine.
Okay, so to answer the question about imposter syndrome, absolutely. I definitely identify with that feeling of imposter syndrome. Like, I feel like one day, like, it's just gonna unravel. Like, well, for me myself, like, I'm like, why am I here? Do I really deserve this? Have I really worked that hard? And I definitely have those feelings, and I think that's normal. I think for people, because I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it says here that it disproportionately affects high achieving people. So if you're feeling that way, baby, you're probably high achieving. And I think there's always that fear that you aren't good enough and where you are and what you've gotten, that you're not worthy of it. And I don't think that's a strange thing for people to have. I definitely have it at times. And I think it's just working through, like, no, I am worthy of what I have. I have worked hard to get there. And I'm not an imposter. I'm motherfucking Monet. How about you, Roberto?
Yeah, no, that's true. And especially when you're oh man, it can be so tough when you're in the moment or you're trying to like do something. Like, for example, I'm here doing this wedding gig, and there was a moment where I kept thinking to myself, like, I'm going to be doing like some comedy about this couple that I just met today, and I'm doing the comedy tomorrow. And I have let me try now. I have written comedy for myself for dozens of people. It is almost always it's always funny. It always lands. But in my head, I'm just like, I remember being in the hotel today, being like, man, I wish I could sing. Because if I could sing, I would just go there and sing a song. But that's also invalidating what singers go through. But in my head, I was like, bitch, if I could sing, I would just fucking bring a track, bust out a song, and fucking scoot. And they would just be obsessed because I was singing so well. And but I'm like, I have to write these jokes about these people I don't know, yada, yada, yada. And will they think it's funny? But I gotta say, like, when you rely on what you know about yourself, that's why I said celebrate what I'm good at. I just rely on what I know about myself. I know that I'm funny. But does everyone think I'm funny? Probably not. I mean, everyone doesn't even. There are people in this world who don't think Celine Dion can sing. So if there,
right.
Can you imagine? There are people in this world who think so. I have an aunt who says that Beyonce can't sing. So listen, if I have an aunt that thinks Beyonce can't sing, there's probably going to be someone out there who thinks that I'm not funny. But I know. Oh, yeah. But I can rely on my experiences as a comedian, getting me this far in life. I mean, my jokes have gotten me all the way here. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you that in college, and I know all singers. Amber Riley was talking about this on her TikTok the other day. She was like, no matter if it's one person, 10 people, 1,000 people, 10 million people, she's like, I always get nervous, and there's always a part of me that thinks that I don't sound good, and I'm gonna like flop. Like, she is like, and I in college, like, that shit used to cripple me. No matter how much I will be doing voice lessons all week and practicing and doing my bit and sounding so good when I see my voice teacher. But we would have these things called studio class, and every time I was like, I'm gonna get up there, and I'm gonna sound like a fucking frog, and they're gonna find out that I really can't sing, and then like send me home. Like, it was like a crippling feeling every time we had studio class.
How did you overcome it?
I overcame it by knowing. I was like, listen, if I'm putting in the time to practice and I sound good in the practice room, I was like, I can't let that fear that I'm gonna crumble in front of everyone stop me. I was like, if it happens, bitch, it happens. But I'm gonna go out there and sing and use a technique that I've been practicing and paying $52,000 a year for, carrying me through studio class.
Must be nice. It must be nice. I'm trying to get like you, my boy.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pay them off. Biden, forgive my shit. How about that?
Y'all know it's winter, and don't nobody want to be trapped, cooped up inside with funky smells. You know, we want nice things like a fireplace, or like a candle, or cookies burning, A cookie's burning? Yeah, because don't maybe be that one cookie in the back that be burnt. You be like, girl, y'all were on the same cookie sheet. How one of you got burnt? Anyway, y'all notice I didn't say litter box smells? That's because that's what I don't want to smell. No one wants their home smelling like kitty litter, especially as it gets colder. And when we are spending more time inside, that's very important to me. That's when I love Pretty Litter. Pretty Litter is the most advanced litter in the world, girl. It changes colors to help detect early signs of potential illnesses, including urinary tract infections and kidney issues. Cats love hiding their illnesses, so it's important to catch health issues as soon as possible. Litter box cleanup is easier with Pretty Litter as well. Its ultra-absorbent crystals trap odor instantly and lasts up to a month. Plus, Pretty Litter is safer for your cat and everybody up in your house. Many conventional litters contain irritants that can aggravate allergies and asthma, but Pretty Litter's super light crystal base minimizes mess and dust. And Pretty Litter arrives safely at your door in a small lightweight bag. Shopping is free, and I never have to worry about storing bulky containers or lugging a heavy bag through the cold winter weather. Or the cool LA sun. Love is putting your cat's health first with Pretty Litter. Do what I did and make the switch today by visiting prettylitter.com and use code RIVALRY for 20% off your first order. That's prettylitter.com, promo code RIVALRY for 20% off. prettylitter.com, promo code RIVALRY. We did it, y'all. We made it through another eventful year and a busy holiday season. Do I sound like Kamala? Anyway, y'all see what I was trying to do. Now we're through the wilderness. I'm ready to reset and focus on my health and wellness. And if you are too, you need to better understand what's going on outside. Give yourself more clarity and confidence with Everlywell. Everlywell offers affordable at-home lab tests that give you trusted physician-reviewed results. Choose from tests including food sensitivity, metabolism, sleep and stress, thyroid, and so much more. Here's how it works. Everlywell ships you tests straight to your door with everything needed for a simple sample collection. Return the test to a CLIA certified lab with a prepaid shipping label. Then your physician reviews the results and insights, and they're sent directly to you in just days. Over 1 million people have trusted Everlywell with their at-home lab tests, and honestly, it is the wave of the future. No longer do you have to go to a doctor's office, sit down, because even though you're on time, they still be late, and when you late, they double late, and then you just mad and everybody mad. You don't have to do that anymore. It's the future, girl. I'm a busy woman, and Everlywell fits perfectly into my schedule. I can take my test when I need to, when I want to, and easily access my results when I'm on the road. It's easy, it's convenient, it's fierce, mama. And for our listeners of this show, Everlywell is offering a special discount of 20% off an at-home lab test at everlywell.com/rivalry. That's everlywell.com/rivalry for 20% off your at-home lab test. everlywell.com/rivalry.
Singing is nerve-wracking. Did I tell you that I sang for Ezra's family?
Like when you went for Christmas?
So Ezra's a musician, and Ezra's never really sang for his family, really sang for them. And I was like, Ezra, you should sing. But Ezra's dad was like, you should do a talent show. You and your cousin should do a talent show. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, Ezra, it'd be fun. And I was like, Ezra, his young cousin named Camila, who is so sweet and really confident, this amazing girl. She was like a little bit nervous. And I was like, Ezra, if you do it, it'll convince Camila to get up there and do something too. Mm-hmm. But Ezra needed convincing, and I was like, you know what? I'll sing. So I sang.
What'd you sing?
I sang "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" for Ezra's family to encourage Ezra to sing his songs for his family. But also, it's different when you know you can't sing. Like, I had nothing writing on it. Like, if these people don't think I can sing, I'd be like, bitch, I don't think I can sing either. You know?
Can I say, looking at this thing and seeing like this microphone on my thing, I was like, I want like a simple little sternum piece tattoo. What?
Years ago, I told you I was going to get lines on my neck. I was going to get a neck piece. You're like, what? I was like, I think I just want like a line coming down and then maybe going down the side. You were like, ew. And then you are sitting here being like, oh, I think I want like a little piece coming down.
I don't want, first, I never said the word line. I never said neck. I never said those the two biggest words in what you're getting.
Well, I'm looking at where the mic is. It's your sternum going up into here.
Okay, your sternum is not, bitch, your sternum is not up here. Your sternum is here. This is your sternum.
I know where sternum is, Mary.
Apparently you don't.
Henny.
All right, shall we go into the next one? Jacob, are there any more audio or the rest text? It's text. Okay, I'll read the first one. Dear
All
Bob
right.
and Monet, I like this guy, but dear. Okay, let me start again. Dear Bob and Monet, I like this guy, but I asked him out to the homecoming dance at my school. He said he wants to think about it. Do you think I have a shot with him?
No.
Question mark.
No. You don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. If you really wanted to go, it'd have been like, absolutely. Like, I'm trying to think if in high school or whatever, if someone that you really like asked you to do something, unless you were really nervous that you would fuck it up, that could be a thing, Bob. Maybe he's like, I really like him, but I can't dance. And everyone doesn't know I'm gay, or I don't know this person. I'm guessing they're queer. Look at me, just assuming. There may be factors why they said think about it.
I mean, there could be an option. There is a chance that maybe this guy has multiple suitors and he's weighing the odds. But I know that me personally, I do not like to feel uneasy. I don't want to be guessing. I don't want to guess if you like me. People who are like, does he like me? That shit. I don't have the emotional capacity to tango with someone trying to guess if they like me. I need to know up front. Do you like me? Checkbox yes or no, my nigga. You know what I mean? And I think that if you feel
dating.
and I think for you, that's you. That's part of your dating. That's never been part of my dating. I've never
not dating. I mean, like in high school, like Bob in high school this is not. They're not adults. This is high school. High school, I think that's part of the thing in high school. Like, again,
for
you're
you,
a kid.
That is your. There are people who know they like each other.
Sure, but for the majority of high school, I think a lot of people who went to high school / are in high school can identify with feelings of those butterflies. Like, because you're still discovering who you are. You don't quite know exactly all the things you like, what attracts people to you, what you are attracted to people. I think that in high school, you're growing to figure what that is. So I don't think it's weird to be like, I don't know if this guy likes me. And that feeling is not strange for people in high school, for young people.
Speak for yourself. When I had 2 girlfriends in high school, and there was never a time where me and either of my girlfriends were like, do we like, I don't know if we.
Y'all became girlfriend and boyfriend, so y'all, of course, you knew that. But this person, they're not boyfriend and girlfriend. They're trying to see if this person does like them. So that's why this person didn't say, "Hey, be my boyfriend." They say, "Do you want to go to the dance together?" And then from the person saying yes or no to that, you can decipher. Well, I guess that person likes me. Like, they're trying to figure that out.
All I'm saying is I don't like to guess if people like me. I've never liked this, not since I was in high school. I don't like to feel insecure on the person that I'm dating or on for example, years ago, I went on a date with Thorgy's roommate.
Your thing did a little thing. Say it again.
Years ago, I went on a date with Thorgy's roommate. Me and Thorgy's roommate went on a date together. His name was I can't remember his name.
A lot of McGriddles?
No, he was just like Latinx guy.
I don't know who.
Anyway,
Wilson. Oh, Oscar.
No, I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. Cute, really cute brown guy. And I had another situation like this where I went on this date with this other guy. They're almost the exact same date. I went on a date with this other guy that was good friends with Mila Jam. He's like this.
I remember this.
He was like this. I think he was like this. Like
really.
I wasn't gonna say his name, but damn. So yeah, he's actually really, really cute. Anyway, so on the date, beep out his name because this is not gonna show him the good light.
Why?
On the date, they both at one point on different dates were like, "I'm not into you."
They said that with words,
with like in no unclear terms.
Okay, what did they say? Did they say I'm not into you?
It was like while on the date, they were like, I am not. This is just a little hangout because I'm not interested. Like in so many words.
Got it. Okay.
So bleep their name. I don't want to send them any hate. It doesn't matter anyway.
Oh my god!
But as soon as I heard that, I was like. What? Like, because one time we were at this Thai restaurant in Hell's Kitchen, me and Mila's friend, and the other time we were at me and Thorgy's roommate were down at Rice to Riches on the Lower East Side, and I'm sitting here like buying this nigga fucking. I'm eating rice pudding like an asshole, looking at this guy who's like, this is nothing. This will never be anything. And you're eating rice pudding like a dumb bitch. This will never happen. Ever.
Broke people should never.
Bro, but you should never laugh. And I was like, oh my God. And I hate that feeling so much. It's such a, and I've been in that situation before. I don't like it. I need to know up front if the person likes me. I don't play games. I'm not going to call you. I'll call you, but I'm not going to wait for you to call, then call you. And then I don't want to text a lot. So I'm going to text you. I mean, I want to text you, call you when I want to call you. And if we don't like each other, like those two, let me know up front. It's not going to it will never happen for you. What's that? Juilliard told that little Axel kid on TikTok. You ever seen this kid?
No.
This is a kid on TikTok who was like, didn't get accepted to Juilliard. And then all of his fans like stormed Juilliard's Instagram, gave them 1-star reviews on Yelp, being like, you need to let Axel in. I cannot believe you guys did not let Axel in. Flooding he got an interview with Inside Edition. Charlie Puth was like, it's okay, buddy.
TikTok.
Jeremy O'Harris was like, it's not a big deal. People get rejected all the time. And I was like, why is it
the power of TikTok, girl?
Girl, truly.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, Bob, but that's when you're a grown adult. You're a full functional adult, paying your own rent, taking people out on dates. Yeah, that's a different situation. I think this person in high school, I think it's okay to figure that out in high school. And I think that, again, you're finding out what you like, and asking someone to a dance is a perfect step to find out if the person's into them. And so they're asking for advice. If the person said, I'll think about it, to me, that's not a no. Maybe other people have asked them, other people that they're interested in. So them saying, think about it, I think that's a maybe, but to me, leaning on the side of not interested.
I think it's also,
I don't know.
I think it's also okay to set a boundary for yourself. That you don't that you don't have to be someone's second choice. That you don't have to let someone gather their thoughts. I mean, it might limit who you hook up with or date or go on dances with or share lollipops with or whatever high school kids do. But you don't.
Bitch, have you seen Euphoria? High school kids are doing a lot.
Well, Euphoria ain't got shit on Monet in middle school. Let's get that clear. Bitch, if Rue saw what Monet was doing in 7th grade, she'd be like, oh, I said, goddamn. We thought Euphoria High was crazy. This is just wild. But anyway, so it's okay to be like, you know what? You can get your life together. But that's just how I roll. That's just me. Yeah. What do I know? I'll read the next one. Dear Bob Monet, my boyfriend just moved to a new city and we've decided to stay together. I love him very much, but long distance is just hard. I feel like we should be talking more, but sometimes there's just nothing to talk about. I also find phone sex to just kind of be awkward. We're gay and open, but we're still struggling to connect sexually over the distance gap. Any tips for keeping up with a good long distance relationship? Sincerely, Vanessa Carlton.
Jacob.
I mean, are they saying we're gay and open as in like they're in an open relationship? I'm assuming what they mean. Like we're open to new stuff. I think You go with this one first.
Now, I feel like long distance relationships are bullshit. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in long distance relationships. Have people made them work? Sure. For me, no. I mean, I just don't. Well, I think your situation is a little different because y'all were together, I'm assuming, for a good chunk of time. That's when so you guys have had a chance. But it doesn't seem like that, because if a couple is together for a long time, like for example, if you and Jacob were long distance now, y'all have been together for 3 going on 4 years. Like there's so much that y'all have connected about, and so much y'all know about each other. Keeping the connection over distance would not be an issue. But this seems like maybe it was new-ish than they are long distance. And I feel like setting up that connection, is it possible? Sure. For me, I don't believe in it. Bitch, chop it. Get a new boyfriend.
I disagree completely. Jacob and I had only been dating for a few months, for about 4 or 5 months when I moved to New York City, and Jacob and I were long distance for a couple months after that. And there were times
2.
I said a couple of months. I didn't say a couple of years.
You're right.
One day. I said a couple of months.
A couple is 2.
It's not like you and your 2 weeks to 2 months situation.
But also, you travel for work. Didn't you go? You went over there in the midst of y'all being separated, like no. in the distance.
No.
Jacob can confirm or deny. Jacob said yes, you did.
I did not go back to Berkeley.
But you saw him.
When? No, Jacob came to New York City once, but I did not go to.
Whatever. You saw each other.
Okay, all I said was I didn't go to Berkeley. Anyway, and this person just moved. They're probably gonna see each other. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, and also not to mention that Ezra and I were long distance for like over a year. Over a year, Ezra and I were long distance. And there were also times where me and Jacob. Okay, so here's the thing: Jacob and I do not like sit on the phone and cackle for hours. Jacob and I call each other, and then for like 10 minutes, we like catch up on some memes, some work, we say we love you, we laugh about things, we share things that we're interested in right now. But Jacob
Like
and I,
now,
to this day, Jacob and
Yeah,
I,
but,
but even at the time, Jacob and I, we did not spend like hours and hours,
which
talking
is
on
so
the phone.
crazy because anyone knows Bob is a phone person. Bob will be on the phone with somebody for 3 hours. That's so crazy to me.
It's just that Jacob and I's relationship was never like us just sitting on the phone, like on the edge of the bed with your feet, dangling, like when your feet behind
You
your head.
turn every situation into a fucking Brandy of sitting up in my room skit. Everything is not cutesy cuddly, Bob. You can talk on the phone with somebody for an hour.
That's how different relationships evolve with different people. For example, I have friends like me and you, we talk on the phone, but me and Alfredo, we don't want to talk on the phone. But me and Alfredo are really good friends. We just not the kind of like hang out and like talk on the phone for a long time. We have very short phone conversations, and then we're done. Me and Mateo have me and Nick have long conversations. And me and Patty. I think it's just about how different people's dynamics are. I think that it is possible to have a long distance relationship. I've seen a lot of really successful long distance relationships work out. And I think that, I think that for me and Ezra's dynamic, for whatever reason, we talked on the phone more than me and Jacob did when we were long distance. But maybe that's just because that's what that specific relationship needed. And Jacob and I, maybe because Jacob and I had more time established together for like 4 to 5 months as a couple, we didn't really need it so much. But when Jacob moved in, it was lovely, and we were apart, it was lovely. And when we lived together again after being apart, it was lovely as well. Jacob came to visit once and was like, "Oh, I think I'll move here." I think if you feel like dating long distance cannot work for you, then maybe it's time to move on. But for me, I've done it twice, and they both led to very strong relationships.
Yes, you saying twice. I mean, I guess you're counting you and Jacob as long distance, but I don't feel like because I mean, I'm not in your relationship, obviously, but I just don't feel like it was like a long distance like that.
Well, you better use your experience to qualify what my relationship was. You better go off on that.
Y'all were together for 5 months, separate for 2, and then Jacob moved to New York.
First my
Like,
tooth,
that's not long distance.
then my relationship. What else do you want to decide for me?
I do think long distance can. Okay, you're asking for advice how you can connect sexually over the distance gap. I think something that we plan on maybe doing.
They didn't say sexually.
Yes, it did. We are getting open. We're struggling to connect sexually over the distance gap.
Oh, you don't. Okay, you don't. You also don't need to connect sexually
But that's what he wants.
I don't.
We keep on saying he. Is it he? Yeah, my boyfriend. But
we don't know. This could be a woman. We have no clue.
That's what I'm saying. So let's say they. Let's use they pronouns. We don't know who they are. It's a gay couple. It's 2 guys. Okay.
Well, you give your advice first, and I'll give mine about the sexuality stuff.
Sexually, if you're trying to connect sexually, maybe I would advise getting toys. They have these little butt thingies. You can put them in vaginas as well, I'm assuming. But you can get a little butt vibrator situation where you guys buy it, and whoever wants to put in their booty, and one has a control. And maybe that's like a fun toy that you guys can connect with over the distance, that you guys can play around with, and how that can percolate your sexual desires. Maybe trying. There's a good one. I forget what it's called. It's called Fun Loops, or it's this board game for couples, for long distance couples, and you guys both get this piece, and you guys play it together, and you guys can explore sexual things in that way. I'll try to find it, and they can put it in the video somehow. But yeah, there are fun games and toys you can buy that can help you connect, though you're long distance.
I am not gonna. I have a sneaking suspicion that Jacob does not want me to talk about how we kept things spicy. Jacob, can you confirm or deny any of this that I'm saying? What does Jacob say?
Bob is assuming that you do not want to talk about you guys' sexual long distance proclivities. Is that correct?
He can if he wants to.
Okay,
you said you can if you want to.
So something that Jacob and I did to to stay connected. We did like a phone sex thing, like once or twice video thing. But honestly, what Jacob and I did mostly, and it really worked for us, was if we hooked up with other guys, we would just tell each other about it. And that was fun sexually, to hear about Jacob's exploits, for him to hear about mine. We would just give very serious, graphic details about what we did with the person. So if you fucked my boyfriend when I was in New York City, I found out about it. I found out.
But do not say that you held Jacob's hand, because then Bob would not be able to take it.
And I said,
no
I
PDA.
said I have a hard time holding hands. You can hold Jacob's hand all day. But so Jacob and I would talk about what we did with other people, and we found that really exciting. And if you guys, you said you're open, if you find that interesting or exciting or sexy, I say give that a shot, because you're getting to have sexy talk and talking about sex. That was really, really fun for me. So give it a shot,
also,
Vanessa.
And some people might also be into filming. Like if you are hooking up with someone and they're okay with you filming, like film it and then send it to your partner if you guys are into that and they can like it.
Careful with what you film and put on the internet. Let me tell you right now, once it is on the internet, it is practically never not there. Let me say that one more time. I'm going to say that one more time. What you put on the internet, it basically never leaves. And if someone wants to if someone tries hard enough, they can find it. It's just about
put an NFT on it.
Yeah, it's just about how bad someone wants it and how skilled they are at finding those things. So I'm gonna throw that out there. Monet, let me ask you a question.
That's why niggas can handle. What's up?
Will you ever retire from drag?
I don't know the answer to that question.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know where my career is gonna go.
Let me rephrase that. Will you ever retire from drag?
I saw it coming a mile away. Saw it.
Okay, let's do the next.
Let's get to the next one. It's my turn to read.
Go.
Dear Bob and Monet, my white boyfriend is really into long, complicated, boring ass board games. I've been going to board game nights with him and his friends, but they're low key the worst. I want to hang out with his friends, but like these board games are bad. I still want to be present and meet his friends, but I don't feel like it's fair to hijack the night and make everybody play a game I like. What do I do? Sincerely, Stranded on Catan.
Did Patty write this about our video game group? So, I don't usually play a lot of board games, and Jacob is like, okay, so my partners they have very different interests than I do. Jacob is very into like Pokemon, Jacob's into board games, Jacob's into anime, and Ezra is into like lesbian indie music, like wholesome TikTok content, and like hiking. Not my interest, right? So sometimes when I go with Ezra to something where we're like throwing axes, and I'm like, this is wild. We're throwing axes. This is wild. And I try to find the fun in that thing. And it's also okay to just kind of let your partner do stuff separate without you and just have the fun that you have together. Like if you, it depends on how bored you are at the games. If the games are really, if it feels soul sucking and draining, then just don't go and just let your partner have fun with their friends. You know what I mean? And just do the other stuff they do. It can't be the only thing they do. And there's also an opportunity that you can just, here's the thing. I was telling Ezra this. Ezra was like, I don't like video games. And I was like, okay, that's too broad of a statement. Saying you don't like board games is like saying I don't like music. Board games are so different, so eclectic. There's probably a board game you like. There's probably a board game that you actually would have fun and be interested in. So saying like I don't like board games it's just too broad of a statement, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have a white ass boyfriend that he likes a lot of white people shit, and he likes hiking, he likes camping, he likes doing all that stuff. And again, like Bob, I'm not a camper, I'm not a hiker. That's not my thing. But I do, because it's your partner, I feel like having some shared experiences are very nice to have. And recently, I went on a hike. I'm not a hiker, but it was fun to try it. Did I love it? I didn't love it, but it definitely, I was like, oh my God, actually, this was a fun thing. But you are doing the board games and you don't like them. Like you have done them many times and you don't like it. So I think maybe, I agree with Bob, just because you're a couple does not mean you have to do every single thing together. It does not mean you have to be present in every board game. Like maybe go to, instead of, if they have one every week, go to one a month. Or bitch, maybe not at all. Like you don't have to do everything with your fucking boyfriend. Like
I agree.
He can have his game night with his boyfriends and that can be that. And Andy's into board games too. And we started playing Star Wars Outer Rim board game. And again, it's not something like I don't know a whole bunch about it, but trying to figure it out with your partner is fun too. Maybe you guys can find a board game that you guys can do just the two of y'all. And maybe you knowing the board game more and being able to teach people at board game night will make it more fun for you. I don't know, but maybe find different things about the game that you're playing that will get you excited about it.
What if you made your own board game? What if you and your partner got together and made your own board game? You found a way. I think that sounds really fun to me. Coming up with some rules. I mean, I feel like most board games are based. There's probably like 10 different models for board games and card games. They're all based off some version of that. Just like Apples to Apples is Cards Against Humanity. You know, they're all some version of the other game. Maybe there's a way for you to come up with something. Maybe that could be fun. And also, there are times when, like, for example, a lot of my friends like Pokemon. Monet likes Pokemon. Jacob likes Pokemon.
Monet likes Pokemon. Bitch, I know, but I like no fucking Pokemon. I like Pokemon in middle school when they first came out. I don't know nothing about no damn Pokemon.
So
do you even know me?
You the one who was like, whenever y'all talking about games, you're like, oh, I play Shield and I play Blue, but I don't play this.
Bob, I have never said that. You are confusing me with one of your other black friends.
Jacob,
who else is black and bald?
Jacob, does that sound angry? You never play any Pokemon games.
In middle school, when I had the Nintendo not the DS, what's the one before the DS, Jacob? Yeah, the Game Boy Color. That's the last one I had, and I had the Pokemon games that came out for that. Bitch, wrong friend. Game Boy Advance.
Okay, well, the thing is, okay, sure, whatever. The thing is, I've heard you talking about Pokemon. I never watched Pokemon. The show just did not cross my field of vision, so I have no reference. Not even in middle school. I just never watched it. Alfredo really loves Pokemon, but when Alfredo or Jacob are talking about it, I love watching people talk about things they love. It is really exciting for me. It's really fun. It is really exciting. Even when Ezra's talking about music that I don't particularly like, he loves it so much that I am interested in. That's why I like watching documentaries. Me and Monet were having a discussion a while back, like a little mini argument about documentaries with Jacob's parents the other day, actually. And it's like the documentary, as long as the documentarian is really passionate about what they're talking about, it doesn't matter what the documentary is. It can be interesting if the documentarian is really passionate and loves talking about whatever the thing is.
And I'm not saying that's not true. My point was that's not true for me. If bitch, you could be this person could love light bulbs. If you do a fucking documentary about light bulbs, I'm not interested. I'm not gonna find it engaging. No matter how great the content is, no matter how excited you are. For me, that doesn't excite me. I like watching documentaries about things that I want to know more about. For example, Jacob's mom, the lovely Mrs. Ritz, brought up the General Tso the documentary. Bitch, did I have a knowledge for General Tso? But bitch, no. I eat General Tso chicken, and I find it interesting to find out who the fuck General Tso was and why everyone talks about it. I find that interesting.
Also, one day, I don't want to rehash the conversation now, but Monet was acting wild this day. So what happened was, I was like, you know what would be interesting? I think
time out really quick. I like how it's always Monet was wild. It is never I was acting wild. It's always me.
You're wild.
Continue.
Yeah, like I said. Anyway, so Monet was like, Rose. By the way, I don't think she loves being called Miss Ritz. Her name is Rose.
Rose.
Not you aging Jacob's mom.
I have respect.
So
you calling her Rose?
I call her what she asked me to call her. I said, "You want me to call you Miss Rose?"
Jacob is sending me eyes right now. His mom does not like that. They just know that you just an ignorant ass nigga, and you like calling people by their first day.
I said, "You want me to call you Miss Ritz?" She goes, "No, call me Rose."
Okay.
Anyway, so Rose goes, she was like talking about this General Tso thing, and then I said, I actually wanted, because Jacob's sister makes documentaries as well, and I was like, she made a documentary. And I was like, I want to make a documentary called Finding the Demon Twink. It's about the Demon Twink. And they didn't know what the Demon Twink was. And I was like, it's so interesting because there was this thing online where a lot of people were interested in, like, oh my God, who is the Demon Twink? What's going on? Why did he throw the drink? Like, why was the Britney cruise? Has anyone heard from him? And Monet was making this argument. She was like, well, would you say that more people know General Tso than the Demon Twink? And I was like, yeah, sure. That doesn't mean that you can't make a Demon Twink documentary.
That's not what the argument was. The argument was we were talking about the reason why the General Tso one is popular is because General Tso, everyone, no matter what country, state, whatever, everyone has eaten General Tso chicken. So there are more people. So that's why it's interesting because everyone knows about that. Whereas the Demon Twink, bitch, Yes, I know about Demon Twink. And that is not a popular thing. Everyone, if you said that,
I never said it was popular. I said it was interesting. I never said it was popular.
I said it was
interesting.
But that's what makes General Tso chicken interesting.
No, what makes General Tso chicken interesting is not how many people know it. It's the fact that no one knows where it came from, and there was never a person named General Tso.
Not just saying. I say that it will reach more people because more people know, but more people would be interested to know about General Tso than Demon Twink because they don't know what Demon Twink is.
But that's not what makes the documentary interesting is what people don't know about General Tso. Documentaries are interesting for what you find out about what you don't know, not confirming the knowledge you already have.
No, it's not about confirming the knowledge. That's what I'm saying. People know of General. Okay, we can't. This is advisory. It's not rivalry. We have to get to the next question.
Corvette.
Yeah, this is our last one. Jacob said we got to wrap it up because you're talking too much. I got to read the last one.
I don't think Jacob said it because I was talking to. I don't think Jacob said that.
I'm here with Jacob, and that's what Jacob has said. He didn't say that. Dear Bob and Monet.
No, you read the last one. No. I know it ain't Monet Exchange. Trying to read my fucking question. Did you know that they did a version of That's So Raven with Keke Palmer?
No, was she supposed to be the original Raven?
After Raven's Simonier, Keke Palmer filmed a pilot for basically continuing the story, but with Keke Palmer instead of Raven Baxter.
Wow, I didn't know that. She's so funny. Keke Palmer is very funny.
And if you go online, you can in the deep weathers of the internet, not on the black dark web. I found out my dumb ass don't know what the dark web is, but but if you go on the internet, you can find the That's So Raven version of that with Keke Palmer. It's really interesting. Anyway,
That's So Keke.
That's so Keke. That's a Keke. All right. I'm a 19-year-old closeted lesbian. Well, what's your name? Drop the pen. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna out you today. I'm a 19-year-old closeted lesbian, and I'm not comfortable in myself enough yet to come out. All my friends are in relationships and sleeping with boys, and I've literally kissed one boy when I was 9 because men are gross. I feel so left behind because I'm literally not ready to come out. How do I speed up the process of basically getting a grip and getting a girlfriend and telling everyone, sincerely, Silk Chiffon, life's so fun, life's so fun. That's the new lesbian bop. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
The singer is Sapphic.
Actually, I could look into it.
Coming out to see it.
Is very tricky. So good. Oh, Monique, yeah. Coming out is tricky. It's a tricky time. And I know, you obviously feel a lot of pressure from your friends, but also it seems like you just want to be liberated. You want to live your fucking life free and grabbing as many pussies as you want to and kissing as many girls. Like you really want this for your life. And I feel like I don't know what can be a big motivating thing, but I think you should. On the other side of that is worrying about I think. With coming out, a big thing is not what people want to gain, but what you will lose in the process of coming out. So I think going through that checklist in your mind, like if I come out, what will I lose, and what am I okay with losing? I think are the questions that you should answer first, as opposed to what there is to gain. Because I mean, the possibilities are endless of what you can gain.
Yeah, coming out of the closet is really interesting. I always say the most important thing is you have to make sure that you feel safe. If you feel safe coming out, then you should come out. For me, coming out was the best thing. For me, coming out was I could not fathom my life today if I was in the closet. Also, that in mind, I have a very supportive family. No one in my family is aggressively homophobic and transphobic or queer phobic or any of that kind of stuff. I'm not the first queer person in my family, so I was positioned very well to come out. And I'm understanding that that's a privilege that I had. Not everyone has that. So just assess your situation. Make sure you feel safe. And if you're not, you have to get to a place where that's why some people come out when they leave. When they leave home, they come out then. You have to make sure you're in a position where you can. You're an adult. I don't know if you live at home. I don't know if you're in college. I don't know if you live by yourself. I don't know what you do, but I know that you are an adult and you have the right to feel free in your own home.
Yeah, absolutely. And You know, and it's always scary at first, like, oh God. And honestly, once you tell the first person, it gets so easy. Like, just saying the words out of your lips to the first person that you're afraid to say to. I'm not talking about, not like a stupid coworker you don't give a fuck about, but like one of like your closest friends since high school or whatever. Like, just saying it to that first person feels so hard, and you feel like you're gonna choke on your tongue, and it's so painful. But once it comes out, you're like, fuck, that was not as hard as I thought. And then, bitch, then you just can't stop telling people. You're like, I like pussy, I like pussy, I like pussy. Okay, like, it's just finding that first person that you feel safe telling and that you're afraid of. Popping that bubble makes it a whole lot easier.
And just to be clear, there are lesbians who like more than pussy. Pussies do not define women.
I'm not. I'm just reading what she said. She said, I want to kiss girls and I want to.
You added pussy. You're the only one who threw pussy in there. That was all you. You had pussy on the brain. But also, honestly, here's a bop. Try telling a stranger. I'm gonna say it again.
That's a good idea.
Try telling a stranger. I remember the first person I ever came out to was I was moving to Minneapolis to do a gig that I'd be there for like 9 months doing. And when I got there, I just told them I was like, I'm gay. This is a whole new group of people. They don't know anyone from back home. This is my first time just being completely out to a group of people. Here it is. I'm going to give it a shot. And after that, I could never go back. I could never try being openly queer, try being open lesbian to like a group of strangers. Go to a support group. Go to a dance night. But also, here's another thing you need to be in mind of. Okay, once you tell one person you know, someone else you know is going to find out.
For sure they're going to tell them. For sure.
Even your best Judy will tell somebody.
Their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their cousin that they're really close to, their sister,
their mom, somebody.
They're going to tell somebody. They're going to tell somebody, for sure.
So once you tell somebody, multiple people will start knowing. Just know that as well. But sometimes strangers...
I told Bob I was gay, and he told RuPaul.
And then RuPaul blocked Monet on Instagram. Unfollowed her.
Yeah. Unfollowed, blocked.
Has she blocked you yet? Has she unblocked you? Or are you still blocked?
No, I'm still blocked, I think. Yeah.
Word. She'll come around. Yeah. She likes you. She really likes you. It's just that you did her dirty. You did her dirty.
Hopefully. Yeah. But that's our question. That's our advice today, Bob. Did you feel like you gave good advice? Do you feel proud of your advice work?
I do. I feel good about myself. And I'm proud of what we had told these people.
I am too. Oh, you look so cute. Do you know what you look like? You look like Justin.
Bitch, don't ever in your life say that shit to me again. Don't you ever. Justin?
You look just like Justin. When you just go back to doing your cheese with the hat and your face. You look like Justin like that.
Well, listen, for those of you on Patreon, I will post a picture of my brother. Justin's my brother. I'll post a picture of my brother, and you all will decide if me and Justin... I don't think me and Justin look anything alike. Jacob, do you think me and Justin look alike, Jacob?
Jacob, do you think Justin and Bob look alike? He's a little bit.
So Jacob thinks all black people look alike?
So you think all black people look alike?
I would say this. Jacob and his sister are twins. It is wild.
Jacob and his sister?
Like, Ellie is just a smaller version of Jacob.
Ellie's a smaller version of Jacob. I've never met Ellie. I've never seen Ellie.
Nah, I ain't never met what about. No, Ellie is like, if Jacob was like a cis woman and like 4 foot, I think 10 or 11 or something.
Whoa.
Jacob is the tallest person in his family. Isn't that hilarious?
That's very funny.
Jacob is the Shaquille O'Neal of the Ritzes.
I have the smallest booty in my family.
No, you do not.
In the women, I have the smallest butt.
What about Sean?
Sean does not have a huge butt, but Sean has a butt for a guy, for sure.
Could you imagine? I'm also not the tallest. I mean, I'm not the tallest in my family. I have 2 uncles that are taller than me.
6'4", 6'5"?
It's like 6'3", 6'4". Word. My Uncle Steve, Uncle Scotty. All right, Monet, I love you so much. Welcome back to Advicery, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us in. So on the Patreon now, you're getting 3 things a week. You're getting Sibling Rivalry.
Y'all niggas need to scroll down. Y'all getting a lot of shit. Go ahead, run it down for these hoes.
You're getting Sibling Rivalry. You're getting Sibling Advicery, and you're getting the long form version of First Impressions. Honey.
Bitch,
this is more content than Netflix. It's giving.
Y'all be well, and we'll see y'all next time with some more advice. Bye.
Bye, everyone.